Hey everybody, welcome back to Okie Cruising. Today I want to go over how I select our rooms, and we're going to touch briefly on the 4 different room types. There's some subcategories in that, but we're going over the main 4. This is one of those things that you book a cruise through us, we're going to ask you some of these same questions to try to get you in the best location for you on the cruise ship. So let's jump in. This is how I like to go about doing it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the different room types. You have an interior room, which is just that. It's an interior room. They can make the beds into one larger bed if you'd like. Other than that, it's a pretty standard room. Next up, we have an ocean view. So an ocean view is a very standard room. It's a lot like your balcony rooms, other than instead of a balcony, you have a window. Again, it's pretty much the same. I would prefer this over an interior room. To me, interior rooms, if you're never in the room, that's a great option to go with. But I have seen sometimes where interior rooms are more expensive than ocean view and balcony. And at that point, there's no reason to get an interior room. The most common room, and the one that we prefer, is a balcony room. Pretty much the same as the others, except you have a balcony. It's a little bit smaller than some of the ocean views, but that's okay because you've got a door. You can go outside, drink your coffee, and have some breakfast on the balcony. It's the most popular room, and there's more of these rooms than any others on the ships for a good reason. It's the most popular one. Everybody wants it. Now your last category is a suite. Obviously, suites are going to be bigger. You have a walk-in closet over here. You have a bathtub shower combo, 2 sinks, couch, TV, bigger balcony. They're nice rooms, and you get some perks with those too. You get a couple complimentary bottles of water. You get priority embarkation and debarkation. But those are your 4 main room types. There's some subcategories in there. Especially with Carnival, you get like Havana rooms, you get Havana suites, you get family harbor rooms, things like that. And they all come with some different stuff, like the Havana rooms. Everybody in the room has to be 12 years or older to stay in those rooms, and it gets you access to your own private pool and hot tubs and outside bar. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and look at the deck plans. Now I have the deck plans for Carnival Vista pulled up. Now whenever I look at this for any ship, I like to look at where everything is at on this ship. Where am I going to spend the most time? So if we zoom in over here, we look at deck 3. You've got the Vista lobby and bar, guest services, and the restaurants. Now you can stay on these 2 decks, all interior rooms, and I believe those are going to be either ocean view or cove balcony. That's not the floor I would stay on. Honestly, you get back here, you're underneath the galley, and I would imagine it's going to be pretty noisy there. So over here, we're looking at deck 4 or 5 now. Deck 4. Got the casino, the non-smoking casino, Heroes, Limelight Lounge, upper level of the Horizons restaurant, Liquid Lounge up front. So you could spend some time there. If you like to gamble, that would be, you want to be looking close to the casino, obviously. Now, deck 5 on Vista, this was the deck that I enjoyed the most, mostly because it was raining the whole time. We didn't spend any time outside. But you've got sushi, piano bar, steakhouse, Alchemy, Red Frog, everything's here. Havana bar, which the Havana bar itself is open to anybody. Now, if you are in a Havana room, you get the Havana pool and the spas, and the outside Havana area is only available to you guys. So, as I'm looking at this, I'm starting to think maybe deck 6 is going to be a good one. But then if you look at it, you got the arcade up here, Circle C, Club O2. So there's liable to be a lot of foot traffic, a lot of kids running. So that's one that you may go, I don't know if I want to do that one. So then you move up here and you look at deck 7. Well, deck 7, I could try to get right in here, close to these main elevators. Yeah, there's the theater there, but it's not very loud. So you can get right there, and you're close to deck 5 and deck 4. You're also getting pretty close to Lido. So if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to shoot for in here for myself. But if you're somebody that likes to spend time on Lido, I would honestly try to get a room on Lido. We stayed in 10285 last time we were on Vista, and we actually really enjoyed it. There was not a lot of outside noise, not a lot of foot traffic noise. It was just a really nice room to be in. 5 seconds and we're outside. We're at the pool, Red Frog Rum Bar. I would not suggest staying anywhere on the back part of deck 9. Back here, you're below the buffet, you're below a pool, you're below a pool. It's gonna be noisy. Yeah, I don't think I would do that one at all. Of course, you can come up here and you get some of these rooms higher up. They wouldn't be bad, I don't think. You get into some of the spa suites and stuff like that, so the price tag goes up some more. There's really, for me, there's only one deck that I would really like to be on, and that would be deck 7, kind of mid-forward, maybe forward. Now, something else to think about on these is I notice more movement at the rear of the ship the lower I go. Now, I know some people say they feel it more being forward. We've never had a forward room, but I can say we've spent a lot of time at Serenity, which is top deck all the way forward, and we've not really felt a whole lot of movement up there. Whereas you go back to, say, the Tides Bar down here on Lido, and you feel a little bit, but then if you go down here to deck 3 in the dining room, you feel a ton of movement back there. So I try to put people more midship. It's a good area to be. Middle of the ship, forward and back, middle of the ship, up and down. It's pretty much a good safe spot that it's not going to be too rough for you, and you're going to be close to everything. Now, something to keep in mind, I know I said that I would be looking right in here. Well, say I wanted 7271. That doesn't mean I'm going to get 7271. That means that I'm going to try to be in this general neighborhood of rooms. If there's anything in there that's open, I'll take that as a win, because they are first come, first serve. Just because you have your heart set on one doesn't mean that's the one you're going to get. It's just the one we're going to try to get. So I think that just about covers the quick rundown on how to choose a room. Figure out where you think you're going to spend the most time and try to get a room that puts you close to that, but away from all the extra noise. It's a pretty simple, pretty easy process to do. Remember, as always, if you're looking to book a cruise, you want help with that, follow the link down below, go to sewelltravel.com. We'll get you guys hooked up. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next time. Here's to fair seas, full drinks. Be good, y'all.